welcome. I'm iLoLz, and today we are celebrating day 1 of 25 games of Christmas, where I will try to upload one new Christmas game every day for the next 25 days. For today's video, we will be playing a game I found on Steam called Christmas Countdown. This game released November 25th, 2024 by a developer and publisher I never heard of before called Avram. Looking deeper, prior to this game they made only one other, called Andromeda. Andromeda is a side-scrolling space shooter which looks pretty cool, indie, and something I've downloaded to try later on. It is a free-to-download game, so those of you looking for a short but fun game to play it for a night, I would recommend trying this one out. I would describe Christmas Countdown as a nice, cozy game with simple objectives, pleasant music and art, and something you pull out of the library every once in a while to re-experience it again. In Christmas Countdown, you play the role of an elf who is hired by Santa to help wrap packages 5 days before Christmas. Be careful though, if you fail to wrap 5 gifts and they fall off the conveyor belt, you are fired. Each day gets progressively more difficult, but fortunately you unlock hot cocoa on the second level and an ability to stop the conveyor belt with levers on the next. Prior to filming this run, I took a short bit of time learning the controls. Fortunately, the controls were very simple, and I quickly learned you can click up and down to change conveyor belts instead of holding, and you can hold left and right to move onto the conveyor belt. If you click down or up when you are on a conveyor belt, you immediately teleport back to the stairs, which proved extremely useful in the later stages. Another thing to note, I went ahead into the settings and changed my wrapping button from tap to hold. With tap, you need to repeatedly tap the button, whereas hold, you do just that. I figured as the game progressed, I was going to have a lot more things to think and worry about. The first 3 days were fairly easy. They did get progressively harder, but they were nothing compared to what I ran into after. Now, I won't lie to you, after I completed the 3rd day, I was wondering if it would even be long enough for me to attempt to make a video with it. Outside some mindless mistakes, I felt like I would complete all 5 days in under 15 minutes. But after that 3rd day, I learned I was in for a bumpy ride. They didn't just take off the training wheels, they beat me up with it. I began getting so overwhelmed at some points, what felt like a never-ending production line, I would misclick and stumble all around. But through the struggle it gave me opportunity to experiment with different strategies. I began trying things like turning off conveyor belts immediately and trying to maintain 2 conveyor belts perpetually stopped without toys so I can solely focus on the other 2. I learned you can hold down the spacebar throughout the entire round, where before I was clicking to hold, trying to time it just right. I began feeling more confident with my up and down clicking, and I held down left as well. Soon I became somewhat decent. You weren't going to put this elf on the unemployment shelf. I will note, I'm not sure if there was a bug in the beginning that resolved itself, or a bug at the end that came about, or what. But at some point, the cocoa machine went from slightly speeding up my wrapping speed to just instantly wrapping the gifts. And this was persistent the rest of the game and run. And so, after 42 minutes of fluctuating emotions, mild rage-outs over simple mistakes, and a test of my green will, I finally did it. I completed all 5 days. Santa must be so proud. Wait, where was Santa? Or the other elves? Anyways, I took a gander over at the leaderboard and was amazed to find how insignificant my high score was, and I figured I would give it one more shot. Lock in and give it my all. Combine everything I learned leading up to this moment and just have it. And to my surprise, everything clicked. I don't know if endless mode is just a lot easier than the last 2 levels, but my movements were sharp. I no longer felt like I needed the cocoa, so I began saving it for emergencies. The levers tripped me up under pressure so many times, I barely even used them. And for the next 18 minutes, I was one with my elf. Get it? My elf. Anyways, and so concludes my adventure trying out Christmas Countdown. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoy, and let me know in the comments if you decide to play the game and try and beat my high score. I will share the Steam link in the description below. Take care everyone, and be sure to like and subscribe to the video, and I hopefully will see you all tomorrow with the next Christmas game.